We're going to be talking about another matchup, DarkZero versus Elevate. All right, we'll be right back.
Right? Because there's no roamers from side of Elevate, first of all. They're all 5 in the basement, so all the... Oh, DC just walking in, C4 comes out.
Oh, and it clears out Canadian, refragged by DZ, but there goes Hyper. Down and out, my goodness. By the way, that's the shotgun being brought from Onigiri, but he's not going to jump on into the action. Eclipse walking in through prep, down goes Napew, and Sapper's last one up, but a huge two-piece from Sapper, leaving him versus NJR. The prodigal son will need to return, as NJR is still in the same spot. He has no real information. Getting into the bomb site with the diffuser miles away, and it's just going to be a game of keep away from Sapper. Well done, with an evil eye watching him, and Elevate starts off the series with a round victory. All running head first into this Elevate wall. Onigiri's still in the same spot, just tearing right through them, and down goes Eclipse. 2 players left for DarkZero as Elevate are making an absolute statement. A grenade gets tossed out and Hyper will follow up, but it's another from Onigiri. Okay. Looking to try and outduel NJR. Turn sideways, it's Nay to finish off, and Elevate, what an incredible start with these 2 rounds. An opportunity to break on in, but the 4 players remaining from Elevate will be looking in this direction. Sounds like a Nitro cell went off, does not connect. Eclipse gets destroyed by Nyrix, and there's more as well, as that Alda will just spray away. NJR is above, and he's managed to get it down, securing the kill, but that's all she wrote. Elevate, what a phenomenal beginning to this matchup. They're up 3-0. Thunderous steps, and for but a second, see some headgear, and oh, my goodness, how is that call not made? Oh, Nyrix is just cleaning up right now. Try not to peek Nyrix challenge. Impossible. Very patiently behind that smoke. You can see him waiting to fire on in, but Eclipse gets spotted and taken down. That puts Hyper in a 1v3, but the suffering is ended by DCH, and Elevate take the first round since round number 3, and most importantly, the first round of theirs on attack. I mean, these players just yet.
I think Eclipse is gonna have a bad day soon. You got 2 players that kind of surrounding him, one side inside of pillars, and this guy on the white stairs. So Nate actually comes out.
How many nades do they have?
Many.
Really? There's been so many going off. Canadian falls as well, Nick, and Eclipse swings, and you said he was gonna have a bad day?
There it is.
An absolute
bad day. Bomb located by and he's in the 2v5, and all of a sudden it was quite dire. NGR, Pambasu got to clutch it up now to swing this back into their favor. Pamba looking to make the engagement, but no! Onigiri reads it, sees it, and takes him down.
That leaves NJR now in a 1v5, a flawless on the board, and it doesn't end up happening. Oh my, Nate gets dragged down at the last second. Really
gotta stay alert. You know, if there's like a, a terror drone that drives by you, if you don't shoot it's gonna blow up your shield. That's just how it is. I shoot it.
All right, nice shot there from Nyrix to open up that hatch, and now a grenade will go. Whoa! So well played by DCH. That is coming to a ranked game near you. And now Canadian is down for the count as well. Elevate just running a clinic at the moment on DarkZero, and now Eclipse is next. Nyrix on this entry has been formidable, but he's just claiming every soul that lines up in front of him. Elevate unhappy that on the previous round they were denied the flawless at the last second. Well, they've got another golden opportunity to do that. Hyper himself, formidable is a great word to describe him too, but that's an awful lot for him to do. Takes down Nyrix, immediately pivots. Diffuser being planted by Sapper, it's successful. So Hyper now knows what exactly needs to be done. Head back over to the bomb site, but he's miles away. Grenade goes out, Tracers whiz by, beautiful shot again from Hyper, but there's just too many people still left upright. You can make a couple nice shots, but 5 of them, that's a tough one to do. DZ was on their back foot after Pambazu was killed within the first 20 seconds of the round, and Elevate finds themselves stunningly on match point on DZ's map. Back the bottom, the bomb is on the middle floor. It is not a cocktail take for Elevate. Hyper died just a moment ago, by the way, so now we're back to a 4v4, but the time is the real culprit here. No! Eclipse drops on top of Zero somehow, and there's 2 kills from Elevate. NJR could soon follow, but he's taking matters into his own hands, and he'll have to do even more than that. How many hands does NJR have? None, apparently. Doesn't matter. Oni Onigiri stuns DZ, as does the rest of Elevate, and they snag Cafe away from the North American team.
I mean, Dev did say it, Elevate is a dark horse, and here we go. First map goes into their favor. That is a 7-4 victory on DarkZero's map pick. Cafe, arguably the second best map from Elevate, so a bit ballsy for DarkZero to contest it, and we see Elevate, of course, extremely happy with that outcome.
Shadows in the corner of Library as DZ swinging blindly, trying to get to the bomb site with the final 30 seconds on the board. But they are suffering, and it's Napew to swing on the Hyper. Eclipse with the thermite charge above. Maybe a distraction. I don't know what his plan is here, but he's going to drop, and he's dead meat. That's a GG go next, I suppose you want to say, for that round, Nick. It might have been a long one, but Elevate perseveres and they tie things up at 1 round apiece. On the time, 30 seconds left for them to walk right in. Hyper gunned down. Onigiri is the one to do that, playing this angle. Nay is the next one up. Canadian gets dropped, but Eclipse is still holding this angle. Eclipse is fragging out of his mind, but he's got the diffuser in his hand, and he'll need to get it planted, which will put DZ into a 2v3 position. Elevate still waiting, very patiently. Toxic Canister goes out. Did it connect with Eclipse? That's the question. It looks like it's doing some damage to him. No! How are they missing him? He's now starting to breathe it in, but he manages to get out with just a shred of HP until DCH with a massive triple kill, and Elevate will hop on that diffuser immediately. Missed. Adrenal Surge goes out, and JR takes down DCH, but with 1 HP, Pamazoo is down, and there is the pulse kill from Nay. He comes in with a shotgun in hand. Eclipse attempted that diffuser. Look at the HPs on both Sapper and Nay. This is going to be a problem for Elevate, as Nyrix is the only player that isn't on a tiny bit of life. It doesn't really matter though, because he can fight back and absolutely demolishes them. The gun's coming in, and it's Sapper with 1 HP and a dream to get a huge 2-piece. And just like that, Elevate stretches their lead. They're up 3-1. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and it sucks to say because DarkZero is one of the most proficient teams with strategy and coordination, but they have the lowest value so far that I've seen from any team with their grenade usage at this tournament so far. Onigiri, DMR, stays on top, finds another one. That's getting off the board. 0-5.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! And there's another second one for Onigiri down on the stairs leading to the basement. Next one up in line of sight is Pambazoo, and he manages to outduel Onigiri, but there's still 10 seconds left, and he needs to head through that main lobby. Is the default cam still up? That's the real question. Either way, they know where he's coming from. He's finally been able to find a single kill, but that's all he's gonna get. The one onto Onigiri is all she wrote. The timeout for DarkZero does not pay immediate dividends like last time, and Elevate's lead will grow by another round. Nobody dead just yet. That benefits DarkZero, I would say, with the fact that these opening picks right now are in Elevate's favor, but they get another, adding onto it with Hyper being dropped. So another round, and Elevate has extra influence.
Sapper.
He gets Canadian now too from the same spot. DZ will just keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. Eclipse gets one. He's been the leader on his team for this map. It was NJR on the previous, but now it's Eclipse stepping up. Pambazoo onto the scoreboard. Got a kill previously, and control of the bomb site seems to be for DZ, but Onigiri takes out Eclipse. Pambazoo softened up as well, watching through the doorway and finished off by a nitro cell tossed out deftly by Nyrix. NJR above, and he'll take out DCH, but where does he go from here? You have to drop down. The diffuser is miles away, and he knows that it's dire straits. And a kill from Onigiri will sort this out, add it to the stat column, but it doesn't matter either way. It was over for DZ. What a devastating first half for DarkZero, but absolutely commanding. You didn't think you'd just walk in like that, do you?
I don't know, I mean, it is Elevate.
Oh my, Pambazoo does not seem to see this, and then it's Nyrix from above. Nyrix on this Jackal is just a thing of beauty to behold. He looks so confident, and he knows exactly how to flush out and punish these defenders. He did so on Cafe. It certainly looks like match point for Elevate, unless the final two players on DZ can make something work, and it doesn't look that'll be the case, as Eclipse with a shotgun is all that stands in between a single flawless round for Elevate. And there it is. They came tantalizingly close, but Elevate on match point, flawlessly done here in round number 9. Well, he's still patrolling this area, has not fallen off the kitchen just yet, while Elevate has the upstairs control. looking to drop into bar and gaming. Hyper will be the one to rebuff them. He's going to have to watch both the bottom of the stairs and the doorway. Which target does he prioritize first? He's fallen off of watching the stairs. Looks to swing out. Could he potentially get one? No, he misses that opportunity. Instead by the doorway, but he looks the wrong way. ADS is at the wrong time. Sapper gets that. NGR swings from the back, can't do it. Canadian shotgun out, but he's overwhelmed. And again, Elevate goes to match point. And 40 seconds left. So far, APAC has been perfect today. Elevate looking to join them in that conquest, but they've got some work to be done.
Onigiri rotating back actually from Solar back to that main breach, so now they have one person there is on the flank and 3 guys on the front making good work.
Canadians down for the count. It's Hyper and NJR who have to try to seal the deal, but objective play for Elevate has eluded them. You have to be good enough to get that diffuser down. Toxic canister goes out. Onigiri breathing in an awful lot of it. Well, NJR gets one, immediately pivots. Hyper drops next to him, so it's all on the shoulders of NJR. He's with the hero, but he won't get away. Onigiri silences him. It might have taken 15 rounds, but Elevate prevail 2-0. Welcome your APAC overlords, because they are here and they are not kidding around. Elevate walking away with a massive 2-0 victory over DarkZero, and for many people, this will be the upset of the day.
Agreed. Honestly, and especially with... Yeah, agreed. It's just like the dark horse of Elevate. Nobody knows what to expect from them. I would say DC did the work. They clearly studied Elevate with the target bans, the Nuke on Chalet, the Amara on Cafe. They did not underestimate Elevate in my book, looking at the stats that we had, looking at the bans that they did. But still, Elevate came out on top. So how do you prepare for this crazy APAC situation? You just gotta show up.
I don't even know. A lot of teams really underrated Elevate heading into this matchup and into this event in particular. Lots of teams saying, well, because they don't have that same pedigree, because they don't have the same experience. This is a team that is going to come in. They're going to use this as a learning experience. They're going to go back to APAC with that experience and become a better team. But they're not going to be good right out the gate. Well, so far, they're wrong, because Elevate was good enough out the gate. A 2-0 victory for the Thailand team. And we've got some analysts to break it down before we get there. And our last set of matches for the day. We've got a short break for you. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Surprise, everybody. It is not Blue. It is me, XR Troika, joined here by Stokes. I'm going to be stepping in for Blue for this one. Look, it's a Furia game, and I get an opportunity to cast him. I can't pass it up, can I?
No, we had to give it to you. That's the big thing. Send John on home, have X step in. It's going to be a lot of fun, though, especially with Elevate up against Furia of all teams. They've been so electric at this LAN so far. So fun to watch, and I think this is going to be a banger.
For two teams that you're talking about bang for buck, you're talking about pound for pound, you're really talking about these two teams for delivering excitement on the server, and I'm sure that is what we are going to see today. We've got a banging series lined up for you. Maybe, just maybe. I mean, the desk was sounding there like they're thinking about going to all 3 maps with this one, so we could be here for a while.
Hey, I'm in that boat. I don't know about you all. I do know about you. You're going to say Furia 2-0. It's going to be 2 7-0s. They're not even going to make a single mistake, but, I mean, if we're being real, this Elevate squad is truly incredible with what they've been able to produce so far.
Elevate are dangerous, and it's not a team that you can overlook. It's not a team that you can just sort of glance on by. You've got to give them the respect that they deserve. And so far throughout the tournament, they've performed. So this really is going to be a big battle inside of the group. And as ever, when we start getting into these, second, third day, the games, they just start to have a little bit more of an edge on them because everybody starts taking a look over at those points. But I do believe we are nearly ready to get ourselves into this one. We're going to be kicking things off here on Bank. That's going to bring things back 3-3.
Oh, just lock them right in the octagon. They're throwing hands left and right. This is only round 1, folks. It's down to the 2 versus 2. Rare currently top square. He's gotten the right panel blown, but Fantasy's on the roof, so Rare technically alone inside of the situation right now. Onigiri will be able to continue to add these my discs to the equation, so this is going to pull away from the potential stuns that Rare has in his pocket, which he has none currently, even though the top of the board is going to tell you guys that he does have 3. So Rare still trying to work for this angle. Gets caught off guard by Onigiri here. Fantasy trying to work his way up elevator hallway as well, but Onigiri starting to take some serious damage. Nerox will fall. Onigiri is going to win his first fight and the second. What a turn from him as he lands both of these shots. Incredible stuff here in round 1.
The question is, can they win this 2v3? It's the position that Elevate are really well set up for at the moment. We see a player like Nerox there. He's got the bulletproof camera to work with. He's heard the goo mine go off. Fantasy knows that there's likely going to be somebody still inside of open, but slowly but surely these Elevate players can just continue to drop and pile that pressure now onto Furia. Miracle's going to make a rotation, look to open himself up a line of sight into the old vault, but another goo mine is just giving the game away one step at a time. Nerix, he's got a little punch hole there that he's going to make full use of. Whether he finds Fantasy or not remains to be seen. Miracle's going to go pretty big here. He's going to get the call and will find the kill, but he's only got 10 seconds and 2 kills to find. Draws for the bear in 9 desperate times, desperate measures. The final kill flies on in as expected, and Elevate adapt beautifully there on that Locker's defense.
Masterfully done there.
The opening kill is going to come on to the Osa that we have talked about so much.
Oh, a little bit of damage to both sides, and now Fantasy. Oh, beautiful kills coming out of him in that MP5 SD as he puts Elevate 6 feet deep. There's only 2 kills remaining for Furia to collect as they're looking to take their map choice in bank. Frag grenade out, Nitro Cell down, but that'll get blown sky high from that frag grenade. Minute and 10 seconds left for Elevate to get something done here. I love the Osa choice, probably the most practical sense that we've seen her applied through this entire tournament, but it just doesn't do anything for Elevate.
It really is a shame because it's an ingenious use of the operator, but it really just didn't come to all too much. Skirmishes continue to happen here, and with Fantasy down but not out, there is still the potential to close things out here as a flawless round, and a flawless round it will be. Highs from the hatch, makes the rotation, and is able to find the kneecaps there. Collecting that final kill. Furia, what a performance on bank, 7 rounds to 2.
Furia still have quite a bit of time here as the barricade will be bursted open, but Highs have a lot to do, although I believe it's unbeknownst to him in the current moment. DCH being pushed onto, but now Lenda gets taken out from Onigiri on a cross angle. It's actually a Furia that's lacking information in this department right now, and finally Elevate come to light. It's all down to Miracle right now as he repels down to Heaven Window.
Well, this is a lot of work to do. He's going to find Nay through the same angle that Nay started this entire round off on, and then get himself onto the roof. He's 1 versus 4 with 50 seconds to go.
Did a very, very good job of defending Christmas here. Love what they were able to do around the Monty and pull his aggro towards one side of the room so they could obviously challenge him from the rear, exactly how you should deal with a Montang. Miracle not going to be able to land any shots, but luckily enough for him, the stat pad will work out. He'll stay alive on New Balcony because, well, there's really nothing for him to do in the first place. Elevate have been able to equalize here going into the last 45 seconds. Furia not able to abuse the VIP space like they thought they originally would, especially with that frag grenade not landing from the booze window. We really need to see that go deeper into VIP to do anything damaging. And now, with people dropping into the actual freezer space, the M590 will work well for Sapper. He'll take down 1, he'll take down 2. It's actually a triple kill for him on the round as he is sending Furia back to the drawing board. It's up to Highs now with 15 seconds. Still clutchable inside of the 1 versus 3, but I highly doubt Elevate gives him any rope unless it's to deal damage to himself, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He steps up to the plate. He's not only getting lit up by the lasers from the Evil Eye, but he's also going to get taken down by Sapper for the quad.
Miracle, he's going for it again. He's keen for a little spawn peek, isn't he? He's desperate. I don't think he's going to rest until he gets one. And even going with the Echo this time. Maybe that's why he made the change. Onigiri is going to actually shut Fantasy down. Imagine from that little jump out there. Fantasy obviously trying to double down there with Miracle. We're going to see another kill come through. That LMG, it has the gunning power. This is the Elevate that we wanted to see. Punish that aggression that Furia is showing you now as the finish line is so close for them. And they're jumping the gun a little bit.
45 seconds remaining now, and Miracle has so much to do. And with DCH at the bottom of white, it will only take him to be able to remove Miracle from the equation. It's all left up to Highs, but this is looking doable in the moment. He'll be able to pick up Nay. Won't be able to prevent the plant, though, and all of a sudden this skews towards the offensive side.
The hole's not being kind to him there. The plant hasn't gone down in a default location, so he's not going to be able to affect on it vertically. And with it being confirmed, it's take your pick on where you want to watch. Do you want to watch a staircase? Do you want to watch a hatch? There's a bit of a ping there available. The hatch was, of course, the play.
Rare, though, inside of Small Bake, and has a read on Onigiri, who's not looking over to the left-hand side. He'll get taken down by Rare, who doubles back over. Sapper now stuck inside a freezer. Nades abound, but it's DCH to strike. Linda fights back. Sapper gets one as well. No start the plant, but not before DCH also gets the kill. Elevate, they're able to solve the equation in the last dying moments of this round, even though it looked like Furia had a serious opportunity. Furia still has some people in some key moments. Need to get rid of the mute jammer up top to be able to pop that as well, but this timer continues to tick down. Elevate now fighting the clock. Miracle attempts to tag some people upstairs, but it's not going to be worth all that much. We are going to have a drop into Janitor here. Nerox will be able to get one. Nay will clear this finally, and Elevate, they've got it across the board, but now Lenda, he's made the move up the stairwell. Sapper's starting to plant, but do they have the angles down here? High's able to try and find one, but DCH, he'll find him instead. They don't have the angles even set up. Lenda's starting to take some heat, and it's a frag grenade from DCH to continue to keep Elevate alive here on Cafe.
Furia, I don't want to say they're playing scared, but they don't want to be playing for that rotate. They're just sitting and waiting and hoping that these angles are going to pay off. Look at what Rare's holding now at the bottom of red. He's either going to find himself 2 or none here.
Oh, Fantasy with a big pickup, and we're going into the 3 versus 3 with 30 seconds remaining. Nerox will be able to clean up Fantasy, and Sapper with one onto Highs as well. It's all up to Rare. Seen so much from him thus far inside of this matchup, but as we're starting to see more of this, it's looking like the possible OT mark, and it will be as DCH has the counter angle all the way in through reading. And just like we said, it deserves it, and it must happen. It's 5 versus 5 inside of the last 30 seconds as Nate propels himself forward. It's going to be all onto the picks here, but it's Furia to strike first as they take down Nerix. Nate has made his way up into the bar, though, as he'll claim 2 lives. Lenda fires back onto Onigiri, and making a double for him as Rare gets Nay. It's all down to DCH. He'll clean up one down low, but with 10 seconds remaining, he has to try and push upstairs. It's a 1 versus 1, but Fantasy knows where he's coming from. Case down. DCH has to win the fight, and it's a pre-fire from Fantasy. Furia shut it down. It's 2-0 for the LATAM squad.
It's Elevate, as we mentioned during the cast, they progressed through the series. They really got themselves into it. They grew into the maps as they came along. To come back from 2-6 down is no mean feat, and it almost feels a shame that they're not going to be rewarded for it.
Yeah, absolutely the case, my friend. And what a series that we got to cast here. Honestly, I really did enjoy casting it with you. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, as you said, Furia going to take this one in 2-0 fashion. I'm excited to see what Elevate can do for the rest of the tournament, but I'm riding pretty high on Furia right now after that series. I think there's still some bumps in the road that they might have to try and deal with, trying to get to the main stage, but we'll have to see how it breaks down.
Absolutely, it is not the finished product by any stretch of the imagination, but they are here and they are contending. Elevate, there's a lot of positives to take away from that one. I think there's things that they can go away and work on, and there's things that we now know them very capable of doing, and it might just be a bit of a confidence thing, because let's look at it. You know, they were a slow starter through Bank, but they really stepped things up on Cafe, and I think they might be that kind of team that comes alive in a best of 3 when they get to that 3rd map.
Absolutely, sir. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for X and I. I really hope you enjoyed the cast because, well, we've never done this before, but either way, we're going to send you to a quick break, and we'll be back with the Command Center.